My Olympus SH-50 MRR has been a sturdy workhorse since September 2011. But there are a couple of things that have always tripped me up. The first problem is that the mode dial turns far too easily. You put it in the pouch and you unintentionally change the setting. So every time you take it out of the pouch, you have to make sure you still have the setting that you want. The other problem is that the video start button is directly above the display button. You're intending blindly to press the video button and you do this. Absolute pain. Don't get me wrong, the SH50 MRR is still a useful camera to me. After all, this is how I am doing this demonstration. Now, going to the SH50, the mode dial takes much more force to turn. It has never turned accidentally in the pouch. The other thing is that the video button is positioned all by itself above the four-way rocker. The display button is underneath, and so is the menu button. There's no way that you can accidentally operate the display button. Because the display button is well separated from the video start button. There are a couple of things that I particularly like on the SH50. The menu is as simple as that on the SH30 MRR. You don't have double entries that can confuse you. Compression and all that sort of thing is pretty standard. You've got digital zoom. In that menu you've got image stabilizer on. That is a three-way stabilizer for stills, and it's five-way for video. And the five-way IS on video is extremely useful because I play the accordion with a camera on top of it, and it takes out a lot of my accordion movement. The super res zoom is essentially a digital zoom. It works some of the time better than at others. It's essentially just a 2x digital zoom. It has been useful to me. IS movie mode, here we go, on hybrid, that's the maximum you can have, and as I said, it is extremely useful to me. One thing that I have missed on all my previous cameras is the custom white balance setting. This is what I said this morning for getting some front-panny shots. If I want to set it here, this is a red background, and any changes it will do dramatically because it's actually a red deck, and the camera will assume that it should be neutral. There you are. This is what it's done. But it does demonstrate over what kind of range the custom WB setting can operate, where the WB Auto quite simply gives up. Another thing that I like about the SH50 is that you do have a manual setting which is found on the mode dial. You can see here that my ISO is 160, my shutter speed 1800, the aperture is 4.4, and I am still within the exposure range that the camera will cope with. EF is -1.7. Now, if I go up in speed, you will see that the EF indication has now gone yellow, which means I am outside the exposure range that the SH50 will do any useful work with. Try and go the other way. I am now definitely overexposed. It's gone +2, and hopefully you will see in the actual video that the EV indication has gone yellow at over +2. The SH50 also focuses more reliably and much more quickly. Overall, the SH50 is the S30 MRR with my niggles taken out of it completely. I find it even more reliable. It doesn't have the trip-ups that I experienced on the S30 MRR. I am here at the King's Plant Emporium. Sandra seems to just have done her plant purchases. While she's getting her coffee, I'm amusing myself with a fountain just outside the coffee shop. Our cat Chocolate knows that I am taking a video of it, therefore she makes a point of looking away. There you are, she looks at us. Thank you, Chocolate. She does recognise her name.